श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत साई महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोरक्षोरस बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल्प विश्व वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौड़िया गुरु वर्ग की जय। जय नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्री भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्री भक्ति बल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्री भक्तिदायित माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्री भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोसाई महाराज की जय। Jai Nityalapa, Jai all the associates of Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, and all the disciples and followers of those associates ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtai. Jai Swaparshat Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Srila Baladev Jibhushan Prabhu ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki Jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Gosai Par ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Patadasa Raghunath Sharda Gosai Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandadi Shikor Parshad Vrinda ki Jai. Namachay Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल कोरमंडल व्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। Jai Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's Śrī Manaḥ-śikṣā ki jai, and all the songs that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote on these verses of Manaḥ-śikṣā ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then begin. There it is. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri guruve namaha. Guruve gaurachandraya radhikaya tadalaye krishnaya krishna bhaktaya tadbhaktaya namo namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati ti vidito Gaudiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udrita Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Kahana Sukhang Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajang Radha Rasa Sudhanidhim Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vrishabhanusutanvitavamatanum Yamuna Tatanagaranandasutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparang Bhajagodrum Kanana Kunjavidum Smaragauragadadara Kelikalang Bhavagauragadadhara Pakshachara Shrinu Gauragadadara Charukathang Bhajagodrum Kanana Kunjavidum Tavaivasmi na jivami tvaya vina Iti vigyaya devi tvang nayamang charanantikam Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshay Kshiptascha kamadittaranga madhye Kripa mai tvang sharanam prapanna Vrinde namaste charanaravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Dandavat Pranam Sundari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Leelanath Prabhu, Rukmini Didi, Champak Mataji, Ganga Mataji. I see there are 5 devotees watching right now. If you leave a comment, I'll see your name. So far, only Ganga Mataji left a comment. But I'm guessing Indira Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji are there. Maybe Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj. Also, pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayini Didi, Anuradha Mataji, Vrinda Didi, and Madhubala Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat pranams. So, today we're on the last 2 days of Upadesh. These are all the songs that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur that wrote that are instruction songs. And today and tomorrow we'll be going through Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs that he wrote on based on the verses of Manaḥ-śikṣā by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He wrote these songs in 1886, and also in that same year, 1886, he also composed a Sanskrit commentary on Manaḥ-śikṣā called the Bhajan Darpan Bhashya. So in that same year, he did those 2 things. I don't think they were published together originally, the songs, but yeah, 1886. That was 12 songs. So today we will try to get through 6 songs. I didn't this morning my mind's not in a good state right now. Like, it's not very focused, and It's really struggling with my mind. So, but that's what these prayers are for. And so let's see if I can now, well, while we're going through these songs, if I could, let's see the effect that I'll have on my mind. That's the thing with these songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is that they meet us wherever we're at, if we can approach them in a mood of sincerity and humility, praying to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, praying to our Guru Varga. Then it doesn't matter what that they're meant to help us wherever we're at, whatever condition we're at. If our mind is disturbed, or if our mind is in a good state, in whatever situation it is, these songs are the most helpful thing for us. And so, yeah. And I'm starting very late today. There's a lot of problems this morning, and so we don't have much time. I'm probably not going to explain anything. I'm just going to go through the first 6 songs, and then hopefully tomorrow everything will be a lot more smooth, and I'll be able to start on time, and we'll go through the last 6 songs more nicely. But today is just going to be very brief. Oh, Haribo Madhubala Didi. Okay. So we begin with the introduction song. Okay. So, yeah, as I said, I'm just going to go through the translations, and if there's anything anybody wants to share anything all throughout, please feel free to just jump in. But yeah. The timeless treasure of Vrajdham, the divine couple Shri Radha Krishna, lost in their sweet pastimes, manifested in Sri Gauradesh in one combined form, accompanied by their holy abode and eternal associates. Vrajdham Nitya Dhan, Radha Krishna Dui Jan. So the eternal, the timeless treasure, the Nitya Dhan of Vrajdham. Radha Krishna Dui Jan, these two people, the couple, Radha and Krishna, Lila Veshe, they're completely immersed in their pastimes. And Ekatanu Hoya, these Dujan, this divine couple, they manifested, they became Ek, one form, one Tanu, Ekatanu. And then along with their Dham, Saha means with their Dham, in Gauradeshe, Prakata, Prakata Hoila, that means they manifested, Ese, they came and manifested in this Gauradesh, Nija Nitya Parishad Loya, bringing with them Nija, their own Nitya Parishad, their own eternal associates. Mana tumi satya boli jano. O minds, know this as truth. Just one point, we tend to, this is our conditioning, is that we tend to think that we are the mind. I am the mind. And we identify with that so strongly. And so I think it's very important for us to disassociate ourselves from our minds and talk to our minds. But really, what advice can we do? We're so stuck in our own minds. What advice can we really give our minds? So now we have Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who's giving us the instructions to give to our minds. And he's taking those instructions from Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is even further, expanding that on that. And so I'm just thinking, for me, my mind is in a really bad state. Then, wow, I have these instructions that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave me to give to my own mind. So now let's use those instructions. So, Mana tumi satya boli jano. O minds, know this as the truth. Navadvipe Gaura Hari, Nama Sankirtana Kori, Prema Mrita Gode Koilo Dan. O minds in Navadvip, Shri Gaur Hari, while performing Nam Sankirtan Korea, Premamrita Gode Koilodan, he bestowed this Premamrita, this nectar, Amrita, the nectar of Prem, in Goda, upon the land of Goda, to all the inhabitants of Goda Desh. And then, Sanya Sera Chalakori, Nila Chala Shei Hari. Then, that same Hari, that same Gaur Hari, in Nilachal, on the pretext of accepting sannyas, Sanyasar Chalkori, he became Shri Krishna Chaitanya. That Gaur Hari became Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jatishwar, the Lord of Renunciates, Ishwar, the Lord of Jati, of the Renunciates. And then, there in Nilachal, now as Shri Krishna Chaitanya, as a sannyasi, Damodar Ramananda Loye Kori Parananda. He experienced Parananda, the supreme bliss, in the company, in the company of Damodar and Ramananda. And there Gura Tattva Janai Vistar. There he revealed. I always get mixed up. Vistar is not. Yeah, I was thinking Vistar means he expanded on, but it's Vistar. Can I just Vistar? Sorry, I just want to look up Vistar. So Vistar means many, much, great, plentiful, abundant, ample, long. Okay. Anyhow, so Janai means he made known, or he revealed, the Gura Tattva, the hidden truths. And Vistar, plentiful, abundant. I wish I did this while, like before we published the book, then I probably would have changed some of the things. But anyways, okay. And then those truths, this Gura Tattva that he revealed abundantly, Shei Tattva, those same truths that he revealed in the company of Sarup Damodar and Ramananda, those same truths, Shikaya Paramartha. He taught those same truths, which is the Param Artha, which is the supreme goal. He taught those to Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, those very same truths. This is the truth of the Rag Marg, this right teachings on So these highest truths. And then Pataila, then he sent, after teaching this Gura Tattva, this hidden truth to Raghunath Das Goswami, Pataila, then Mahaprabhu sent him, Shri Ruper Kache, he sent him to Srila Rupa Goswami in Vraj. And then there, Shri Dasa Goswami Vraje, then there in Vraj, Shri Das Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Rupa Saha Krishna Bhaje, in the company of Rupa Goswami, Krishna Bhaje, he engaged in performing bhajan of Krishna. And at that time, Raghunath Das Goswami Manaḥ-śikṣā Shlok Likhiyache. He wrote the shlokas, the verses of Manaḥ-śikṣā. So ultimately, all these teachings in Manaḥ-śikṣā are coming directly from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also Rupa Goswami, and from the influence of Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda, Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, then all of that. And now Raghunath Das Goswami is giving the essence of all those teachings in Manaḥ-śikṣā. So Tahar Daser Das, with a profound aspiration to become the servant of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's servant. So he says Tahar, that Tahar means his, Raghunath Das Goswami's, Daser Das, the servant of the servant. Hoite, becoming a servant of the servant. His Boro Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's big desire, E Bhakti Vinod Akinchan, this big desire of Srila Bhaktivinoda, of this destitute Bhakti Vinod. Manaḥ-śikṣā bhasha gai, jata shuddha bhakta pai, doya kori koren shravan. This destitute Bhakti Vinod, he sings this Manaḥ-śikṣā bhasha, this message of the Manaḥ-śikṣā. Jata means wherever, shuddha bhakta pai, wherever he finds pure devotees, who are doya kori, who will mercifully, koren shravan, who will mercifully listen. So this is the introduction to the next 11 Manaḥ-śikṣā songs. Okay, so now we come to verse 1. Develop Rati for Sri Guru, Vraj, its residents, the Vaishnavas, your Diksha mantras, Harinam, and so forth. Guru Goshte Goshta Layishu Sujane Bhu Suragane Samantre Shri Namni Vrajanava Yuva Dvandva Sharane Sada Dang Bhang Hitva Kururatim Apurvam Atitaram Aye Svantar Bhratash Chatubhirabiyache Dritapada. O my brother minds, Swantar Bhrata. Swanta is a way of saying my own inside, my own mind. Bhrata, my brother. Aye, oh, Chatubhi, with words of supplication, begging you, I'm praying to you. Oh no, Abhiyache means I'm praying with Chatubhi. With Chatubhi means sweet. Yeah, with sweet words. Dritapada, I'm taking hold of your feet, O mind. Please, I'm begging you. Guru Goshte Goshtalayishu Sujane Pusuragane. I pray, give up. Sada means always. Dangvam Hitva, always giving up pride. Kuru Ratim Apurvam, develop. Kuru means, develop Apurvam, unprecedented Rati. Atitaram. Atitara means always. Atitara has a few different meanings. I remember looking at that. It's not always. It's like exceedingly. Anyways, I can't think of the word right now. But develop this unprecedented rati in guru, and it's plural here. It's in dual. This is in the dual case, guru, which means one's diksha guru and shiksha guru. In goshte, in the pasturing grounds of Vraj, and for all the residents of all those people who are in Vraj, goshtalayishu, so all the residents of Vraj, and for the sujan. Sujan means the saintly devotees, and bhusurgan. Bhusurgan means the kings of the earth, in other words, the brahmanas. And in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary, he explains that the residents of Raj are the Uttam Bhagavats, and the Sujan are the Madhyam Bhagavats, and the Bhusurgan, the brahmanas, are the Kanishta Adhikaris. So develop rati for all three of them. And also for your mantras, Swamantre, the Diksha mantras given by Sri Guru. And for Sri Namni, for all the names of Krishna. And also for the shelter, Sharan, for the shelter of the Vraja Nava Yuva Dvandva, for the couple, the divine couple, the Yuva Dvandva, the ever fresh couple. And Nava also means new. So the ever fresh divine couple of Vraj. So that's the Sanskrit, and now Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains it. Guru Deve Vrajavane Vraja Bhumi Vasi Jane Shuddha Bhakte Ar Vipragane Ishta Mantra Hari Name Yugala bhajana kame koro rati apurva jatane. I think this is pretty clear, right? Koro rati apurva jatane. With great, jatana means with great effort. It also means with great care and with attention. Also, jatana is a great word. It has all these meanings to it. Koro rati, develop this rati, this intense attachment. Apurva, like never before, unprecedented. For all these things, for Gurudev, the Vrajavan, the forest of Vraj, for the Vrajabhumi Vas, like all the residents of Vraj, the Shuddha Bhaktas, the pure devotees, and the Vipragane, the Brahmanas, but true Brahmanas, not just anybody who is born as a Brahman, but those who are really, simple, sincere, and pure, and focused on Krishna. And then Ishta Mantra, your Diksha mantras, the mantras of your worshipful deities, and Harinam, and Yugal Bhajanakam. That means develop rati for the desire to do bhajan of the divine couple. Dhoriman charane tomar, O mind, I'm clasping your feet. Jani achi ebe sar, I've come to know the essence, the sar. And ebe means now. Now I've come to know the essence. That Krishna Bhakti Vina Ar Nahi Ghuche Jiver Sangsar. That other than Krishna Bhakti, Ar, there's nothing, Nahi means nothing, Ar, there's nothing more. There's nothing other than Krishna Bhakti which can ghuche, which can dispel the jiver sangsar, the conditioned souls, the jiva's bondage to sangsar, to this material existence. Karma jnana tapa yoga shakala ito karma bhoga karma chadaite kehonare. Shakala chadiya bhai Shraddha devir guna gai jar kripa bhakti dite pare. Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj would always quote these lines here. Sakala chadiya bhai Shraddha devir guna gai jar kripa bhakti dite pare. So all these performances of pious acts, karma, of the cultivation of gyan, of monistic knowledge, tapa, this austerity, yoga, shakalai to karma bhoga, these are all just fruit of activities, fruit of endeavors. Shakal to karma bhoga. And none of them, these activities are just, for enjoying the fruits of one's activities, of one's karma. And so through these activities, karma chadaite kehonare, none of them can help us, none of them can make us become free from this bond, this karma chakra, this cycle of birth and death, these fruit of activities. Like they can't, because they are, none of them can free us from this karma. So therefore, Sakala chadiya bhai, giving up everything, O brother minds, Shraddha devir guna gai, just sing the glories of Shraddha Devi. Jar kripa bhakti dite pare, by whose mercy, by this mercy of Shraddha Devi, bhakti dite pare, by her grace, this bhakti, she can award this bhakti to us through her grace. One second, let me just see the comments 1 second. And Rukmini Didi is saying that this is really profound, that jnana, tapa, and yoga are all subtly fruit of endeavors. And because usually you think that you perform, that the goal of gyan is to actually be able to disattach ourselves from all these fruit of endeavors. But Yeah, so it is a very subtle point. Huh. I remember we were going through something in that, like in Bhajanahasya. Yeah, there's a verse that Srila. Yeah. Anyways, we should probably move on, but this is definitely a topic I want to come back to. Also, this Srila Goswami Maharaj, he'd quote this so often, and so I just quickly looked for some places where he talks about this. Shraddha Devir Guna Gai, say Sakala Chariya Bhai. It's really nice when, there's actually the embodiment of faith, Shraddha Devi, that we can pray to Shraddha Devi for this transcendental Shraddha, who is ultimately Srimati Radhika, isn't it? She's Shraddha is the first glimpse of our eternal nature, the first part of ourselves that we know is our actual real nature that for eternity, that it's our first glimpse at our Swarup, even, is this Shraddha. This is our nature. And so Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, in chapter 3 of Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, he says, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, Sakala Chariya Bhai Shraddha Devir Guna Gai Jar Kripa Bhakti Dite Pari. Giving up everything, let us sing in praise of Shraddha Devi, faith, whose grace can take us to Krishna. Shraddha, faith, is the most subtle thing. And it is also the most tangible. It's the most subtle thing, and it is also the most tangible. It is not imaginary. We must realize that it is reality. It is concrete. And it's not merely an abstract sentiment of mere individual consciousness. Faith is universal as the most fundamental element that can connect us with the finest objective. It's the most fundamental element that can connect us with the finest objective. Power and grandeur are not proof of faith. Through electricity or radio, we can establish communication over a long distance. The science is very subtle and not known to anyone and everyone. Yet, we cannot deny its existence. We also can't deny that, I don't know how the phone works. I don't know how I'm talking to this, piece of metal and glass, and somehow it's reaching somebody, but I know it's subtle. I can't see it, but I can't deny it doesn't exist. It's working. It has its tangible position. But faith is much more subtle, and through it, one can establish both higher contact and reciprocation. Subtle faith is not approachable by anyone and everyone. It has its tangible existence, and it may function in any circumstance if we have its peculiar contact. Okay, so there's a very specific way that we can contact it. It's not just approachable by anybody. Yeah. We cannot give false statements that we possess it. Our power and grandeur are not necessarily any proof of its presence in us. Despite great pomp and show, all we personify may be falsehood. We should be very cautious to maintain our contact with genuine faith. The main qualification for faith. Of course, sincerity is the main requirement for faith's connection. No price, however valuable in this world, can purchase it. The qualification is lolium, our sincere and earnest desire for the thing. No one can purchase the absolute, and no price can purchase him. The absolute necessity is our sincere desire and earnestness. With insincerity, we cannot make trade with him. He is not so foolish as to become an object of trade for anybody. Sincere desire for him is required, and that will awaken the conception to serve him. We want him sincerely through affection. We love him, so we desire him, and to love means to sacrifice for the object of our love. I'm going to skip ahead. This is so beautiful, but we need to move through the next songs. Anyhow, this is a different excerpt. I wanted to read that whole thing, but we don't have time for it. But first surrender, then serve. Ahang hi sarva yagyanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. In Sri Gita, we find that reality is by itself and for itself. Krishna says, I am the Lord and enjoyer of all sacrifices. Thus, Sridhar Swami Pad has remarked, first, this is, he's talking about the commentator on Bhagavad Gita, Sridhar, not himself, of course. So first surrender, then serve. Otherwise, you will try to acquire something, pocket it, and fly away. So first surrender and then serve. No. Sign the contract for everything that is given to you. Then do the needful service without relying on yourself. Is such a life desirable? We have to think it out. There is so much risk. Die to live. First, must we first die in order to live in the future? Are we prepared to take such a risk? Are we sufficiently disgusted with the present environment that we can risk so much for some bright future? I shall jump! Are we disgusted enough to take such a step? If I am sincere to myself, and if I have a glimpse of the bright future, then only can I take such a risk. Otherwise, no one would be so foolish to take such a risk and jump, giving up the present for the uncertain future. To feel the courage to jump, one must have caught a glimpse of even the tiniest ray of such a bright existence. Sukriti, devotional merit, and Shraddha, good faith, are required. If only a point of noble faith has arisen in one's heart, he may take such a bold step, and he must jump. Otherwise, it is impossible. So first Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, and Bhajana Kriya. With faith, when one has the association of the devotees, the practices of devotional service follow. With faith, one can embrace the process of realization. Sakala Chariyabai, Shraddha Devir Gunagai. Give up everything, and with your utmost energy, praise the nobility of faith. Shraddha Devi, the ray for a new and noble life. Even great scholars and stalwarts of the religious worlds cannot comprehend the quality of the life of surrender to Krishna. What then can common humans comprehend? Those remaining outside may be trying, but they have not yet come to the soil. And Haribol, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajjan Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam, and Vidyalala Sadiri Haribol. So Sakala Chariya Bai, Shraddha Devir Guna Gai, Jar Kripa Bhakti Dite Pari. Abandon all such pursuits, O brother, and extol the glories of Shraddha Devi, whose grace can award bhakti. Chari Damba Anukshan Smara Ashta Tattvaman Korotahe Nishka Patarati. O minds, Chari Damba Anukshan. Anukshan means at every moment, always giving up this damba. Charya means always giving up. Damba, this pride. Smara Ashta Tattvaman. Just remember this Ashta Tattva, these 8 things, these 8 truths, right? Gurudev, Rajvan, Rajabhumi Vasi, Shuddha Bhakta, Vipragan, Ishtamantra, Harinam, Yugala Bhajana Kami. Just remember these 8 truths and develop sincere attachment to them. Koro tahe nishkapatarati. Koro means develop this. Tahe, to these 8 tattvas. Nishkapatarati. Sincere attachment. Nishkapat means there's no duplicity. Not for show, not for any other reason. Like not for any external reason. But no, with complete sincerity, develop rati for these 8 tattvas. We must remember them. Go through all these 8 tattvas, remember them, and develop rati for them. Sherati prarthanai Shridasa Goswami Pai E bhakti vinoda kore nati. So in prayer for this type of rati, this nishkapata rati, this sincere attachment, Bhakti Vinod, he grabs hold onto the feet of Raghunath Das Goswami. No, he bows down. He doesn't grab it. He bows down. Kore nati. He bows his feet. He puts his head on the feet of Raghunath Das Goswami, praying for this type of rati, nishkapata rati. And so Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is showing us how to approach these verses of Manaḥ-śikṣā. And just like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's showing us how he's to actually, for these verses of Manaḥ-śikṣā to have effect in his heart, he's placing his head on the feet of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and praying for this rati like that. And so in the same way, we should do the same for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We pray to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, these are your prayers, and only by your mercy can I also make these prayers. So now, verse 2. Abandon dharma and adharma. Remember Gaur as Krishna and Gurudev as his dearest. Okay, I'm going to skip the Sanskrit verses because I just realized we have 10 minutes left. Okay, so let's just read the translations, and I'm not gonna, I was going way too slow. It's, whatever is extensively praised in the Vedas as being dharma, and whatever is condemned as being adharma, engage in none of it. Leaving aside dharma and adharma, develop attachment for this esoteric subject. O mind, clutching your feet, I beg you to abandon all this dharma and adharma, and just reside in Vraj, and devote yourself to the service of the divine couple. Worship the treasure of Shri Shachinandan and Shri Nandanandan together as one. You should never see any difference between Nandanandan and Shachinandan, the son of Shachi and the son of Nanda Maharaj. O minds, know Shri Gurudev to be very dear to Mukunda. For your sake, he has become Patita Pavana. He's become the savior of the fallen. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also mentioned the point in this verse here. He mentions in the song Bhajare Bhajare Amar Mati Anda Ati, what is it? Mana Ati Manda. Gora Krishna Abhed Jenere. Guru Krishna Priya Jenere. It says in that song. And then this, I'm wondering about this. It says, he has manifested in this world, my dear brother mind. So is he saying Shri Guru has manifested in this world, or is he saying Shachinandan Gaur Hari? I think Guru, because that was the last thing he said here. And so I think, know that, except for him. So I think that should be a lowercase h, actually, not an uppercase h. So, but maybe it could be for both. So yeah, maybe for Shachinandan Gaur Hari and for Shri Guru. So know that except for him, except for Shri Guru, or except for Shachinandan Gaur Hari, there is no other refuge if you desire own well-being. I think Shri Guru. I think I'd make that a lowercase h. Grasping his feet, grasping the feet of Shri Gurudev, and always remembering his instructions, Bhakti Vinod beseeches him to please give him strength. I mean, Shachinandan Gaur Hari is also the head of, he is the embodiment of all gurus, right? Like when you do archana, you say, Om Sarva Guruttamaya Shri Krishna Chaitanyaya Namaha, right? And so, I guess both are already implied anyways, but yeah. Okay, so now we come to song 3. All right. If within your heart there is an acute hankering to reside in Vrajdham and be absorbed in Ragatmika Bhakti, and if within your innermost core you have a deep longing to serve the ras-laden pastimes of Shri Shri Radha Krishna, then listen, O minds, to what I have to say. Shri Swarup Damodar is most expert in bhajan, and service to the Lord is his very life. his close Swarup Damodar's close associate, Srila Rupa Goswami, being a jewel of wisdom regarding the confidential topics of ras, manifested esoteric truths about the Lord's pastimes. Lila Tattva Jai Koilo Prakash, Rupa Goswami gives all the tattva, right? In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu now, he gives all the rasa tattva, all the lila tattva. You can understand all the... And then his elder brother, Srila Sanatana Goswami, who is unequaled, describes the playful pastimes of the divine couple. He's the writer of Brihad Bhagavatamrita. O mind, always remember these great personalities who have broadcast unalloyed prem. Bowing before these great souls, Bhakti Vinod prays, please quickly bestow this prem upon me. I'm not actually sure about this translation because it says Vigyapita and Vigyapani. Anyhow, sorry, let's just move on. That's something I want to look into. Oops. Okay, so now song 4, we're just rushing through this because we only have 6 minutes left. So now verse 4, reject mundane talk, topics of mukti, and attachment to Śrī Narayan. So know that all talk other than talk of Krishna is called asar varta. It's called mundane talk, asar varta. This asar varta is a truly terrifying prostitute, for she robs one of pure intelligence fixed on Shri Krishna, which is extremely rare and difficult for the jiva to attain. This intelligence which is fixed on Shri Krishna is so rare and difficult for the jiva to obtain, and she'll just steal that pure intelligence that's fixed on Krishna away from us. This mundane talk, whatever we talk about, we're going to think about. And so we have to be so careful. I remember a long time ago I was doing The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, and she said to give the person the censor, you should imagine him as, and you can make up your own character for him, but make an actual character, like and she mentioned what her character was for the censor. That's like what blocks us from being creative and like blocking our writing. And so then she thinks, and like, so when she's feeling blocked, she's like, oh, it's that censor again, and she is like some snake like demon or something like that. She has like an actual very vivid character for him. And so Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and he's doing the same thing as giving an actual form, like making it an actual character. It's a prostitute which will steal our mind. So it's not just some abstract like thing, but now we actually can like have an imaginary form that we're giving it. O mind, listen to what I'm telling you. If you so much as hear about the tigress known as Mukti, liberation, she will devour your entire existence. She'll swallow it up whole. Gilikai, right? That means to gulp it down. Gulp. Devour. So forsake both mundane talk and liberation, and give up even hearing talk about liberation. Also, keep far away any attachment to Lakshmipati Narayan, for if that attachment becomes intense, it will cast you into Vaikuntha and prevent you from residing in the land of Raj. Loving attachment, this rati, to Shri Radha Krishna and Raj, is a priceless treasure. Therefore, you should remain forever engaged in service to them. This lowly and destitute Bhakti Vinod prays at the feet of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami for that attachment. Okay, now song 5. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and envy assemble on the conditioned soul's roadway of life. Binding his neck with the ropes of wicked deeds, they destroy the dharma of the traveler. And, tightening those ropes, they take his very life. These are 6 bandits, right? They're called Bhatpada. Bhatpada Deyaboy, right? Oh, it's Vyatikarai. Patapati Vyatikarai. Sorry. Yeah, so these bandits on the roadway of life, they assail us on this road, and they bind our necks with the ropes of wicked deeds. They destroy the dharma of the traveler on that road, and they tighten those ropes. And by tightening those ropes around his neck, they take away his very life. So O minds, heed my words. Once these bandits have you forcefully surrounded, they are unstoppable. Durnivar. Do not attempt to do anything else. Don't try to fight them off. You can't fight them off. You're helpless in front of them. All you can do is just loudly cry out the names of the Vaishnavas. Pukariya Daku Ucharai. Vaishnavera Nam Loya Pukariya Daku Ucharai. Loudly call out to the names of the Vaishnavas. They'll help you. You don't try to fight them off. These generals in the army of the enemy of Bakasura will then mercifully save you, who are one of their very own. These 6 bandits have bound my neck with their noose of wicked deeds. My life air is on the verge of leaving me. Oh alas, oh Rupa and Raghunath, please rescue this Bhakti Vinod. My life air is on the verge of leaving me. What does he say? Pran Vayu Gata Prai, Rupa Raghunatha Hai, oh hi, alas, oh Rupa Raghunath, Koro Bhakti Vinode Rakshan, please rescue this Bhakti Vinod, please protect this Bhakti Vinod. So he's showing us how to do it right in the last verse there. How to call out to, how to Vaishnaver Nam Loya Pukariya Daku. Ucharai, loudly call out. Okay, now it is 8 o'clock and we are on verse 6, so it'll take 1 minute to get through. So now the next verse, next song, bathe in the ocean of prem, not in the deceit of not in the donkey urine of deceit. Lust, anger, and so on are all outwardly visible foes. So they're very easy to detect, right? This lust, anger, illusion, pride, envy. They're a lot more, out in the open. But you have another concealed enemy, whose name is kapatata, duplicity. This donkey, carrying the burden of hypocrisy, is a great cheater. So we might not notice even how duplicitous we are. We might not think we're duplicitous, but we actually are. It's much more difficult to detect. He's a Gura Shatru. He is a hidden enemy. And this donkey, carrying the burden of hypocrisy, is a great cheater. O mind, heed this grave matter. In a state of oblivion, you delightedly bathe in this donkey urine, considering it to be purifying. You think you're doing all the activities of bhakti, and you're doing kirtan with all the devotees, you're performing all these activities, and you think that you're purifying yourself through all these activities. But what is your intention in doing these activities? Actually, you're not bathing in the nectar of Krishna, of love for Radha and Krishna. No, you're actually bathing in burning hot donkey urine, and you don't realize it. That's why it's a Gura Shatru. Whether you live in the forest as a renunciate or at home as a householder, keep that donkey whose urine is burning both you and me far away. Forsake the oppression of duplicity, and delight in bathing in the nectarous ocean of the divine couple's amorous play. At the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, this Bhakti Vinod begs to behold the ocean that is the ras of the divine couple. A single drop of that ocean fulfills the purpose of life and steals the hearts of all beings. Just a single drop of that ocean of the ras of the divine couple is so powerful that this one drop fulfills the purpose of life and steals the hearts of all beings. Just beholds that ocean. Oh, Rupa and Raghunath, please, please let me behold that ocean. Not even, I'm not even entering it. Just let me see it. All right, so it is 8:04. We will end here. And then tomorrow we'll go through the last 6 songs. I'll try to manage the time better tomorrow. This song here, these 2 songs, Vrajabhumi Chintamani, and the song after that, Vrajavana Sudhakar. These 2 songs, man, they are, they're so powerful. Actually, I remember, we did a program with Premananda Prabhu a long time ago. This is like very long time ago, but I remember this is during Gurudev's time, and I remember he had us sing those 2 songs, and then I continued following that program with this devotee every year for many years. I didn't do it last year, but I did it like most Kartiks. I do that with him. We'd go through those 2 songs. They're very powerful. Yeah. Anyhow, that will be for tomorrow. Right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. But yeah, at the start of this program, my mind was really disturbed, and I was like, "Oh my God, how am I even going to do this program?" I was like, like if I could have, I would have just canceled it because I didn't want to like torture everybody. But now, after just, even though I wasn't going deep into it, just looking at the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, my mind feels so much more calm and peaceful and clear, and I feel like I can. Now I'm in a state where I can chant and focus better, and yeah, that's the amazing thing. Like you can try to calm your minds down and focus it and make it more peaceful by meditation and things like that. But so much more powerful are the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. No matter what state your mind is in, the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur are the most powerful thing to help your mind, and to put yourself in the right state to be able to chant Harinam. Yeah. Alright. Jai Shachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Swaparshachi Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopikan Ki Jai, Jai Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Jai Srila Raghunath, Jai Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. These beautiful Manaḥ-śikṣā songs that he's gifted us, Ki Jai. Jai Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad Ki Jai. His Manaḥ-śikṣā Ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Lilanath Prabhu, and all the devotees, 9 devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook. I see Ganga Mataji, Madhubala Mataji, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams Maharaj, Vidyalala Sadidi, Shash Sharma ji, and I'm guessing are Shri Mataji, Indira Mataji, and so many other devotees watching. Also the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, Vrinda Didi, Anuradha Mataji, and everybody else. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll try to start on time today. I did good with time. Like we only went for an hour, but I started late, so that's why. Anyhow, all right, see you all tomorrow. Haribol. And it doesn't feel nice to just rush through these kirtans. I would love, and we will get to spend time with them and not rush to them after Gaur Purnima time. Right now, we're just getting an idea, some kind of idea of what is there. And, so then now we have an overview, and then we can go back and go through them slowly. And I like getting a big picture overview, and just so that you can know what's there and like where to, and then once you go through it slowly, then you kind of have some idea of where you are in the whole ocean of songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So, is there anything anybody wants to mention before we end the program for today? All right, Dandavat Pranams, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Madhubala Didi says, so much nectar. Yes, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur songs are real nectar. Haribol.